As you can see, we're waiting for a lobby restart because the game decided to kick everyone when I tried to rejoin. I don't know, then Josh, I don't know what happened, just something.
Enzo isn't allowed, is he?
If Enzo doesn't race, obviously he won't get any points. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's because if he doesn't want to join again when it was 25%. Oh, so no, yeah, this is what I mean. He goes back on his word when he gets pressure, honestly. Alright, so if you want your either win, everyone, just waiting for Jacob to set the grid up because it's going to be before the safety car came out. It's going to be
This is lovely.
25%, and that's just not
Okay,
going to end
Enzo
well.
is here.
Yep, so Enzo will be 19th, unfortunately, with the restart. So wait, no, Jacob just needs to pick his car when he's finished the grid, and then Enzo just needs to pick his. Alright, just wait for the grid, and then we should be able to get going.
Josh is angry.
Alright, so we're just waiting for Jacob to pick his car, and then basically he proves it.
Let me do the setting check.
No, you can't see the grid though, that's the thing.
No, settings. I mean, like,
I
the
know, but
AI's
Jacob's
on
done this before,
81.
so it's just more the fact you can't see the grid is what I mean, the custom grid. Oh my god, no, it's Luna, it's not white. Oh, for God's sake. This is why everyone hates this game, everyone, because the game is so busted. As soon as something happens, it just turns to hell. Because
Yeah,
before we started streaming, Axe
everything.
can rejoin. We had loads of drivers not rejoining, and it's all just honestly F1.
Oh, well, I'm loving this right now.
Oh well, you're gonna have to jump in and race now, Cameron. Off you go.
I'll do that.
No.
Put me last, and I'll jump in the Terry.
Yeah, and if you start on wets, you'd be fine to start.
Yeah, good idea. And cause a safety car.
No. I'd give you a race one for F2.
No, you're not.
I would. Right.
By the way, has my appeal been done yet?
Oh, it's getting discussed. Obviously, it's more of fact no one's responding. So,
Love 8 penalty points.
eh.
Go. Jacob, thanks for all the notifications. Go.
Alright, so let's hope this 13 lap race does not end like in disaster. No, what's in. Oh, I
Oh, he's
hate
sending
that
the
picture!
stadium.
Every time! Do you even know what it means?
He sent it before, and it's been explained before, but I don't fully get it.
It's basically like go, but obviously it's obviously his language. Oh, but you know, shut
Oh.
up.
13 laps, okay.
Alright, this is gonna be hell.
Let's go. So, medium soft.
But yeah, it's the only option. If you go with
I
ours,
can
you're retarded.
I can imagine I'm gonna so there's what 19 drivers. I'm gonna make a guess right now. There is going to be 6 drivers which go soft medium.
I thought you were gonna say 60 cars. I'm like, are you mad?
No, 6 drivers are gonna go soft medium.
Um, Well, I feel like one of them was going to be Boom P because he did really well in his self-seeing sprint. But let's hope the grid does not break because I will just cry. Right, Cloudy. Yep, that's what it was. That's fine. All right, let's see. Everyone picks their tire strategies, fuel, and hopefully we'll have Axa and Ottoman having a go at each other again. Because I swear, because this will be pots. There'll be pot. Yeah, I've just realised that means Luna will have a dry setup now.
Oh, Luna can actually challenge. Well, not that.
Wow, so you're not saying he's not good enough? Alright, I see how it is.
No,
Wow, you hear that, Luno? He doesn't like you at all. No, I mean, but it's fair. He can do it during the restart because, in a way, it's not like most because.
You know what? I take back saying sorry. He left the Ero team
Mm.
to go join Ace or whatever they're called.
You've been trying to drag different names into it. You dragged Kale into it. You dragged Bashi into it.
Oh, I don't know. Let's go.
Alright, so waiting for the lights now. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. This is the second start here. Let's see how we can finish this race here. Jensen's on the softs, and Axe's got another stunning start again. He's going. As I'm going to get the tyres up. What? Wow!
What I was saying.
Oh, this spin already!
What's happened?
It's Smith!
What's happened? Smith's
Smith's left the session. So. Ottoman Axa? Oh no.
Artem sent it on Axa.
That's questionable, Axa, but alright.
Wait, are we gonna see another Shizou 1-2-3?
Oh god, I've just realised. Josh is P5! What?
Ah!
What is this race?
Vintage went mediums.
I know everyone went more softs, but what is this restart? Josh is P5. Boomba is I haven't lost a word.
People 8 on mediums, 11 on softs.
Sniper's spun out, he's got no front wing, he's P18.
Okay. Smith rage quit.
Yes.
Julian got spun because he was P5, and Robin and Jacob have both spun.
Oh, lush. Yeah, yellow flag, no safety car. No one's making overtakes yet. Otto's behind!
Ah.
So it is a 1-2-3 again.
Come on, Josh, break it up.
Josh actually might. He's got competitive pace here. Pangreel's in a huge. There's a huge push going on for P7, 8, 9.
Enzo and Artem side by side.
Oh, it's just they're going to be in the chat. Enzo's on mediums. Ottoman on softs. He's going to have a better run on the outside. Get into the move.
DNF in here. Send it.
Oh, there's a further engine. Maybe had a bit of a moment.
This is the mango.
Oh
my fucking days.
Oh my god, what a move, but he couldn't make it work.
He's gonna try it.
Oh, this is not gonna end well.
He's on 30% ERS already.
I know, this is not gonna end well.
Artem,
man. Here comes Enzo. Contact! Ottoman has contact, he lost his Luno, and here comes the kill. Here comes Liam as well. Oh wow! While the top four have pulled away from everything behind them right now.
Sorry, I'm screaming at Ken, Artem, and Liam are nearly
fine.
3 wide.
Ottoman's now in P11. He's gone from the front row to P11 after a lot of conflict.
And Beckett's.
Hey Cameron, guess what? This is only lap 2 as well.
Shizou 1-2-3 again.
Josh doesn't know he's actually keeping the DRS range, so you never see what he can do.
No, I was saying sorry about screaming because Wodge literally said to me before.
Oh, someone's just pitted. Different girl's pitting already on the soft, so he's going medium to the end and he's spending the pit lane.
Oh, okay.
That's his second penalty speed in the pit. He did it. He did it before the race restarted. But Zane's fastest car on track right now. DRS is enabled. Josh is still in the DRS window thanks to the cars ahead. Axter has now got a great chance to take the lead from Jensen with ERS this time. And he looks to be going for it here. Yes, here he comes. Here comes the Frenchman on the Britishman. He has the inside line. Jensen does not fight him at all.
Pangri on Lars.
Can
we talk about Enzo, by the way?
I know, Enzo's in 8
positions.
I know, Josh is up 6. Lars and Pangri, oh, what am there, those two? Lars gets
moving
the
quite a
move in
little bit.
P6. He'll be probably
Oh
delighted.
no, Lars was ahead. Pangui was trying to get the move.
Oh, fair, I'm mixed up. But it's
Yeah,
going to be
that's
interesting
fine.
what the tyre strategy is going to be because a lot of medium runners are going to be. I feel
Boom
like,
pitch P5.
and
Penalty.
no, this is the grid's completely chucked up now because of the grid. All right, here goes Jensen because Axe has pulled 7 tenths on him there, but Axe is not enough to pull away completely. Josh Evans
ERS
is
advantage.
but Josh is struggling a bit of ERS now to keep up with Zane. But Zane has less fuel in because his red light's on, along with Axa.
Oh, I'm just looking forward to when it comes to the everyone on the softs
Luno,
pitting.
is that crashed out? No, he's kept it going. He just span out at the end of Magnus and Beckett's.
I'm just looking forward to know when everyone on the softs is pitting and then the mediums pit.
Oh
So
no,
it
that's the
becomes a
thing because I
mix.
feel like it's gonna be like exactly the lap after because the softs, the longer you push your mediums, the better softs you're gonna do. But if you wait too long, you'll lose so much time.
I think it'll probably be like 7-6 or maybe like
Luno's in the pit
8-5.
then. Yep, they're in
Oh,
ties from the session, unfortunately. But the top four, and they're in their own little time zone. Boomhai's 3 seconds back from Josh, and the battle goes all the way to P12.
yep.
So I'm going to mention this. Julian went from basically battling for a podium, P12.
Arto Menzo! Side by side the cops!
Oh, Enzo! No. I know what Miki's going to be like.
Artem's not going to be happy.
Yep, and he's probably going to burn a lot of ERS because think about Enzo, his Axis teammate. So after what happened, I feel like it is. Lars might be going for a move here though on the McLaren. The McLaren's weaving to break the toe there a little bit. Goes back to the racing line and holds position. Because he's trying to do one move and then move back to the racing line. Like when you start aggressively. As Josh is already pissed. That's
ultimate undercut.
if that works for him, that'll be incredible.
I mean,
As Lars is struggling already on the medium, he's spinning out a bit there.
when was it Josh went like 20 laps in the mediums? It was like Spain, I think.
I think, yeah, something like that. Ottoman gets a 3-second time penalty. Track limits are going to be an absolute pain around this track as usual. Axe's actually keeping a solid gap ahead of Jensen as well. It's nearly a second at certain points. Yellow flag! Oh no!
And maybe he stays in F2 after all.
Alright, so you can get P2. No, but he could be on a run of points because the Alfa Romeo is all battling ahead of them, so they could catch back up. And Jacob's struggling to get past Aram. As further ahead, nothing else is going on. Lars is just trying to keep the boom pit. There's a little bit of a moment there. Yellow flag, that's Robert again, I think. Yes, it is, unfortunately.
Can we talk about Josh having this amount of clean air?
I know Josh has actually got. Yeah, this might help him because I'm curious if any of the top 3 are going to pit now. Because that's obviously the tyres need to be switched to mediums. Axe, yes, they do. They are. So Josh did it undercut. All 3 of them have.
Nearly
And Jensen nearly rammed the rear of Axe there in the pit lane. I'm going to say.
Pangri's in. Yeah, wow. So the softs go 4 laps.
It's because the mediums obviously will be better, and obviously with it being short race, 25%, everyone just wants to get the softs out of the way as soon as possible. Osman's now spending the pit lane. Yeah, there he was, retired, unfortunately. So unfortunately that battle's cut loose as the top 3 Shazoos keep going. Josh is only coming to the second last corner now, and they're coming down the pit lane now. So is Josh going to be between any of these guys or ahead of them? Axe is coming to the pit exit now. Josh is on the start-finish line.
No, he's so far behind.
He might get one of them at most if he's lucky. But no, he's going to, as he said, unfortunately, he's too far back.
He's got warm tyres though. And Zanetti's fallen a little bit.
It's all the stacking and all that. But it's the fact Josh's tyres to be warmed up, remember, as well.
Yeah.
Robin's now left the session, unfortunately, so he's retired in the pits also. So we went from 19 runners to now to 16 in half the laps. So Miguel's just got 5 seconds for what? Oh, he must have taken up Artemis from the yellow flag.
Yeah.
Game is so broken, like I said.
Of course.
There's
Second
actually not much
playthrough.
going on now.
Talking
The
about.
battle, obviously, the lead now is Boom Pie, Laws, Enzo, and Ken. But I feel like they'll be pitting like either this lap or next lap now, and then they can get on their softs. Boom Pie. I don't know if that was he was just deciding the
Oh,
feint him.
Enzo!
He got lucky. The Ghost was on.
Yeah,
If he didn't,
saw
he would have
that.
got a penalty because he would have pushed him into the pit lane quicker. But Poompie now will take his start in the lead now with Kale P2, Julian P3, and I'm curious where the top runners are going to come because there go the Enzo and the Lars machines. Axe is coming to the start finish now. Josh Evans is right on the back, I've just noticed, of Zane. And there come the Red Bull and the Alpine, going to be quite a distance behind. But crucially, they'll be side by side with Derrigo on the exit. And there goes Derrigo, he's got the better run. Enzo's on his inside, he goes for a late break, the whole position.
Lars will defend massively.
Oh, he got Lars gives him the space to be fair, but now he's going to have DRS now boosted. Lars knows he needs to hold him back, or he will, but he's struggling to catch up to the front runners.
Enzo!
Derrigo! No, he can't do it, but Enzo's going to the outside like Cameron said. Enzo now has the inside line, but don't think he's going to make it. It's going to be close an exit.
Oh my days.
Here we go, side by side, but Enzo has the better traction to get to the position.
He used the bit of ERS.
Yeah, I was going to say a better traction and ERS to actually hold it. So the race looks like it will be the battle between the two Shazoo drivers again.
Boom Pie, 5 seconds going in the pits. Ken staying out.
Yeah, he's the only. No, obviously, Ram hasn't pitted either. Yeah, because he couldn't because Jacob was ahead of him. So Kale's going to be pushing for another lap now to have better softs at the end of the race. And he has a good gap though, so he could be in for a position for good points today. I never know, safety car could actually boost him as well. Alright, there goes the leaders. Jacob was battling as Jacob goes onto softs like everyone else does. Further behind there goes Lars and Enzo. So far off their battle, and here comes...
Boom Pie.
Yeah, Boom Pie's going to break a major role in Enzo and Lars, I feel like, because he's put right between these two.
Oh,
Enzo's going for it though! Enzo knows he's got the warmer tyres, and he does the position moved. Well, that's...
I really want to see if, like, maybe Lars could catch up.
All I'm going to mention is Josh has stuck his in.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, he has
Zane
not
hasn't
let him
stuck.
go.
Zane hasn't been able to stick.
I know, and they're both like got much ERS, so it's going to be literally how you manage your DRS and when you use the ERS also.
Yep.
So, and I feel like Josh might have an advantage just with that DRS buffer. But we'll have to see what happens here, as the top two obviously currently on the road, because Kale has pitted, Karam will be joining them probably. So now the question is, where will these two come out now? I feel like Kale might be right behind the battle of the Red Bulls and McLarens right now. But I don't know.
Could see it.
Well, Kale's coming to the pit lane exit now. Lars is coming down the second and final corner now. So he could be right on the tail of this battle. Yeah, he might be on the tail of this battle just. There comes Kale to the pit exit now. His ERS is going to be limited. He starts speeding up. There go all 5 cars, but he's going to be right behind them.
Nice.
So he's going to get his tyres warmed up and then he can get going.
This is quite good. If you look at time penalties, Boom Pie and the Mango both having the penalties. Ken can easily be in the points here.
Oh boy, Ottoman's already poured.
What?
He's already reported. That's fun. Alright, so obviously Zane still holds the P3 because this would be the only difference is we actually be on the top step and not Jensen. But Jensen is managing his ERS better than the Frenchman ahead. Zane's on for another third place if he holds off the Welshman of Josh behind him. And then Lars could be the best of the rest here in P5. But I feel like Kale should have an advantage here because he'll have fresher tyres compared to everyone ahead of him if he can keep up to them. But we'll have to wait and see. Julian gets 3 seconds now, battling.
think you're 2
Oh,
seconds.
there goes Enzo blitzing past Enzo Court.
ERS.
So the Frenchman gets past, but Laws has been saving his ERS. He didn't use any there to defend. And then Josh is still sticking to the 6-10 gap ahead of him.
Lars in 3rd gear there is unbelievable.
What are you trying to say? He's cheating now, is that what you're trying to say?
I spin in 4th gear there.
It's just managing your throttle control also in certain corners around here. Especially because the curbs are sometimes flat, sometimes they're just not.
Lars fully rides the turn 2 or turn 3 curb.
Yeah, I know what
It's
you...
unbelievable watching him literally keep the car control.
Oh, hello, here comes Pangrio and Kale. We go. Ken's got the better traction than straight line speed and takes the position. Pangrio did not put a fight up there. Because he probably knows Kale's got the better chance here. Kale's in the P9 now. Now he's on the hunt for the... Oh, no!
Nah, that's you. That's all
Oh,
you.
yeah. Well, I know, I'm surprised. I bet Liam's going to be devastated when he says that, because Liam's now took the point that his teammate from last season would have got.
He could
Josh,
get more
no!
as well if he kept. So now Enzo full push.
Yeah, Enzo's got 8 attempts there, because there's the gap, obviously I can't hide that penalty. But Josh has an advantage of having DRS ahead of him.
Yes.
And Enzo has no ERS and all that, and his tyres are going to start going off in like the next 2 laps. As that's shown. Because Enzo went very wide there. I'm curious if we're going to see any punches in this race.
I'm wondering if we're going to see maybe a fight to the lead.
Jensen, Axel's been using his ERS more. Jensen's been saving it still. So I feel like they're doing what happened last season. So what happened last season is Axel waited for the final lap to make a move on the start-finish straight because he knew he wouldn't be able to make a move back on him.
Interesting.
It's because he saved his ERS, stuck in the DRS, waited till the second last lap actually, I remember, and then made enough of a gap to hold position to the end.
Josh! Oh. I unplugged my microphone.
Just like
I was talking about Josh because he was right behind.
Yellow flag after Kale. Yeah, Kale definitely got rear wing damage from that incident. Laws has now got the penalty. So this could mean Pangrio could jump up a lot of positions.
Boom Pitch is 11, the Mangle has 13.
Yeah, and obviously Pangrio's got no penalties, so he will get ahead of all these guys if he sticks to them. The Kale's paying in the pit lane. Obviously Kale has front wing, rear wing damage, so I can't blame him.
I think they'll just be counting these 0 points.
When did Josh overtake Zane?
Just now.
Oh, I just completely missed that.
But
so unless Josh reports his 3-second time penalty, the position will be going back to Zane. But Josh is a bit of an aggressive driver at times, so he may push a bit too much to keep up to the Ferrari ahead. Never know. Gotta wait and see what happens. Alright, well the battle for the middle is starting to spice up. Laws is starting to put pressure on again, and Boom Pie is catching up. And then the two mediums.
Sends it!
Jesus Christ. Oh no, he lost traction. Businessman and Boom Pie have a better run here. Here he comes, the McLaren side by side here. But I think Laws gonna have the straight line speed. Yes, he has the straight line speed.
Oh, but Boom Pie sees a space, sends it around the outside.
Yeah, Laws is keeping the switchback muted there.
And, he's gone.
Laws holds it off, but that's allowed Enzo to pull away. I remember Pangrio, obviously, he needs to stay in a certain time to keep that podium, a good point for a hole. Further ahead, Jensen is looking. Jensen is going for it. He's using a lot of his ERS and DRS. Here he comes. Axel defends. Here comes Jensen to the outside. Axel's having to hold a tight line because of this, but he's just going to squeeze it, but Jensen gets the gap. No contact.
Please, don't do anything ridiculous.
What are you talking about? Josh would get the win, so yes, do it.
Yeah, he would.
Oh, yeah, well, Josh repealed the penalty, yeah, true. Right, final lap now. These two are going to go and hammer on tongue. Who's going to take the win here at Silverstone? Will it be Jensen's second in a row again, or will Axel take back another victory? As Jensen goes very high in gears, I've noticed around this part. He got 5th for the second corner. But now, obviously, yeah, Jensen's going to be waiting for the final stretch.
Yep.
And same with
They're both
Axa,
waiting.
so it's going to be the battle who has the better straight line speed setup, unless they use the same setups. Josh still has P3, but he has a penalty over his name unless something happens with
Enzo
Zane.
got a penalty, by the way.
Oh, I know, I didn't say anything, I know, it popped on the screen.
So,
Um,
Lars, all to play for.
I know, but Pangreel's the key one here, because if he stays in a certain gap, he'll jump ahead of everyone ahead of him if he keeps a certain gap.
Pangri could get P5 here.
I know, that's what I mean. If he stays in a certain gap, though, obviously, because the penalties are not going to show.
Yeah.
But let's see, here comes the last 39 now. Can Jensen do anything to take the lead here at his home
The last
GP? Coming to the start, actually, Axe has got a huge 4-10 gap here, and I don't think it's going to be enough. So Jensen's going to have to settle for the runners-up spot again, because it's the Frenchman who's going to hold it. Yeah, unfortunately, he's just got nothing on Axe here today.
Axa defends.
Even with the restart, Axel's going to take the victory here. The fuel light's blinking for the Frenchman, but he wins here at Silverstone, with Jensen just down in P2. Josh will be across the line third, but with a penalty. Oh, he loses it! As he goes P3, but that penalty will drop him.
Come on,
Enzo
Pangri.
now is going to
Come
start
on, Pangri.
dropping. Pangreal does get fifth. It goes Pangreal, Enzo, Lord Julian, Liam. Oh wow! So all the points have changed again.
Whoa!
But I feel like it's gonna be only half. No, it probably won't be. Actually, I'm stupid.
Wow! 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 Axa, what?
Oh, forget. Alright, so Enzo gets driver of the day, but I feel like I might have an idea who could be it.
Enzo.
No, I feel.
Enzo.
No, well, you gotta think about what happened to Josh when quali. That's the only thing I'm thinking, but hey, we're gonna wait. I'll figure this out. So Axe gets the win after the lob restart. Fastest lap also, so he takes 26 points here today. Jensen's P2 at his home GP, a good valiant effort. And then Shane with another to the podium. So it's the three Yazoo drivers on the podium yet again. Josh Everett's a great drive from 19th after in quali to P4. Then Pangreal staying penalty free at the end to get P5. Then Enzo, Lars, Julian gets in the points from all the penalties. Liam also. And then Boomhai finished off the top 10. Then Jacob just misses out. And then Sniper with a good recovery drive for him, actually, after what happened to that one. Then Jamal, Chabad, Smith, Kale, Robin, Ortman, and Luno.
I have just got a sprint up just to remind the sprint points.
Yeah, I did it on the stream as well.
Jensen gets 8 points. Artem gets 7. Axa gets 6. Sniper gets 5. Julian gets 4, Smith gets 3, Lars gets 2, and Boompai gets the singular point.
Well, it looks like the chat's blown up already, so that's gonna be fun.
Where? Let me see.
Don't say anything, because it's obviously... Who do you think? It's the two that I said that was gonna squabble again.
Well... Interviews, probably, right?
Yeah, I was asking now.
I love the Shazoos.
Yeah, see if he's going to make it today or not.
Hopefully.
Alright, get them invited. I literally thought I hadn't started the stream again there for a second. I was like, oh wait, have I started the stream again? Oh yeah, I did. AXA... Cameron, what are you doing? I can hear that noise. What are you doing? I can hear that noise. It's a creaking noise.
Oh, it's the noise in the background for me. I'm just watching Josh's start, which he posted into the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Alright, so you get Zane.
That sound in the background, I cannot, do anything.
Speaking of devil, here's one of them. Were you glad you raced, Jensen?
Hello.
Were you glad that you raced today?
Yeah, no.
Thought so.
It was pretty poor.
Pretty poor.
I was robbed of a race win because someone got the lobby settings incorrect.
Oh, gosh.
Axe
Yeah.
is laughing at the reports.
Yeah, he's gonna be
He has every
reported
right
and
to.
stuff. I
They don't
know.
even like both of them to me. They don't like. They look literally like all induced from the other guy.
Oh,
So
speaking of the devil.
yeah.
Justice has been made.
In what way, Axel? What, you having to go in the report or today?
Terrorist is in spin.
Ah.
But honestly, the boss report I fucking joke. He was lagging like a Taliban connection and
Oh, my,
Oh,
Axel!
yeah, Axe.
Axel, I was the one who told you about that word last week. Don't you say like that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, Axel, will you calm down, alright? I know you're hot-headed right now, but just calm down.
Don't look at the reports, okay?
Okay,
Just,
so
don't look at
I
them.
feel like Zane will be joining again, but obviously you two, I can tell, obviously had a good entertaining race even before the lobby broke. Let's just see how this goes. So Jensen obviously P2, obviously after a lobby restart because the game is so broken. I know you probably hate it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fair.
Axis.
Well. Yeah. Got pole position. Well. I don't know if the pole position point does it count in the sprint as well for the sprint race.
I feel like
I
with
believe
Tino's
so.
rules, I think
Whatever you
yes.
got in qualifying.
So yeah, I got the pole position qualifying. I was fairly happy with that. Like for the first time in the wet conditions in qualifying, the car just like stuck in the final run, which was really nice. And yeah, really happy with that. The sprint was good. I kind of just controlled from start to finish and held off Aurelian at the end. I had enough battery to, but yeah. Um, the main race was doing well. Safety car came out, of course, and then it decided to go into like AI mode for everyone and just ruin the order of the
Yeah.
grid. Even though we were still on the same tires, like everyone, like loads of people just spun or something, or over, like allowed to pass each other because of that. But yeah, because that lobby had to restarted, which I believe I could have won that race. Given where Aurelian was, he was like right at the back with wing damage. So, like, yeah, kind of got a little bit lucky to get back into where he was, but it was like the right decision to do, anyways, with the lobby. And yeah, for the race wise, there's literally nothing else I could say about it. It was just really like too quick. I know he's absolutely clear at Silverstone, so because he qualified the challenges at the Silverstone event, so yeah,
Ah,
it's only props to him with that. But luckily, he managed to like not take too much of a deficit from that. Only, I think he got the fastest lap in that.
yeah, he did.
So and I don't know if he gets his 3 seconds removed in the sprint race. He might do. Like if they allow him to like do that for sprint race positions, but yeah, I only lose like a maximum of 5 points today, so that's not
And then
too
your
bad.
event's pushed back for next week, isn't it? You said.
Yeah, it's been pushed back to I think next week or the following week.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what's the sprint points again?
8 points.
Is it
Eight
just a normal?
first.
It's a normal sprint point system. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
maximum 6 points then I lose, which is not too bad. And he's going to be missing 3 races apparently later in the season. So yeah, both taking some sort of thing for that. But yeah,
Oh my
Is Axe's microphone working? Because the internet was away a little bit.
well, no, he is commenting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I'm
Maybe
here,
like
I'm
this
here.
weekend.
AXA, again, to take a breath. I know you're stressed out. Okay, so how did you feel like today's race went, even with the lobby restart and all that happening?
Oh no, they deleted my message.
Yeah, they did watch.
What's
Oh
this?
no.
Yeah, just cool it down because you know he will probably have a go
Yeah.
at you later.
Yeah, during the sprint, I got damage because of the guy in Red Bull,
Yeah, that's fine.
the NPC. Then, yeah, I got damage. I was in the pace to overtake him, not going for the win in the sprint race because Jensen was clear. But yeah, the still got P P3, maybe
hmm
P2 with the 3 seconds removed. But
Yeah, obviously, if you have the footage, you can
yeah.
appeal the sprint. Yeah.
Oh no, I got damage in the main race. Oh, I can't remember. No, maybe I got damaged twice, and I broke my wing in the pit exit because I was frustrated. And
Hmm.
yeah, I have just been lucky to
Like this game's so broken, I had to do a level restart.
that the game was broken and to get back in the P3. I succeeded to overtake him, to overtake this guy at the start. He was doing some interesting moves, very questionable, very questionable move. He went for a move at Stowe that there is no place to do that, so he just went for a useless move. So I will show my POV that I have nothing to. It's I mean it's clearly his fault. So
I get
and for
you, because
the
obviously, if you just want to report it, obviously, that's all you need to do, Axel.
but if you look his move, I don't know what he was expecting. If he was just frustrated, frustrate like me, so he just went for a dirty move, and he called me dirty, so that's it.
I know, I get where you're going for. So you just need to keep a head during this. But obviously, again, this stops obviously gets another win for you, Axel. Obviously, Jensen just couldn't hold on. Obviously, thanks to the game being broken.
Mhm.
But obviously, you two had a good little battle there. The few last laps. Obviously, Jensen trying to save the RS, you trying to save the RS, and then obviously just trying to pounce to the end.
How much percent did you have? Did you had Jensen?
But ERS,
Yeah, yeah.
to most of the stint I was about 45%, and I started using a little bit, and then like I tried going for the move with 2 laps to go, because I thought that'd
Okay,
be my
okay.
last like
I
real
was
attempt at it.
30, 35, if I remember well. Because I tried to put some gap to for the last laps, and yeah.
But like I said, obviously Belgium's next week. Obviously, Jensen probably won't be available unless obviously it's the week after this event. And then obviously I won't be here. He'll be Cameron by himself next week.
Aw.
Well, you noticed already. I've told you. Don't you talk?
I keep on forgetting, alright?
It's fine. And then obviously, well, congrats to you two. Another a top three for Yazoo again. Obviously, Zane couldn't join, unfortunately. I think again. But
Chazo
then,
win.
yeah, obviously this time you on the top step acts and not Jensen. And obviously it's on to Belgium, and then I'll have to see how that plays out because Belgium is either one of those very boring races or it's entertaining.
Mm.
Because how did you two feel when the quali was wet?
Disgusted. Because
Jensen?
in practice
It
I was
was,
doing
yeah.
low point 3, so
I've done like two. I've done a few like races at Silverstone and in the wet and qualifying, and yeah, I've always like the car always kept dropping on me, but I don't know. Since I've gone to the Fanatec, I've just got a lot more like feedback and like actually control the car in the wet, and it's like I'm
I know.
very
It's sort
clear.
of,
I'm clear in the wet conditions now, so
I caught you drifting in the first part of the first sector. No, but
yeah.
obviously, this is an interesting race, but this game is broken and obviously ruined a bit of a challenge for certain drivers. You would have been one of them, Max, because you started last on that restart before the safety car came out.
yeah,
But
because
hey, I've got
dirty
I've got
people broke my wing.
Yeah, it's fine. Just report them, actually, if you want. Alright, so I think that's the end of the interviews. I can't think of anything else to ask, and
Yeah.
I feel like these two obviously are a bit frustrated after what happened, so I don't want to cause chaos. We'll see. Well, obviously, Cameron will see you next week at Belgium, so everyone from here, everyone here, goodbye.